if you watched this Friday's little unexpected bonus video here on my channel. That was my first time trying more traditional mainstream ASMR where I don't show old nostalgic gaming items or memorabilia. I had a blast and I do want to switch up my content once in a while. But as promised, I will finally finish off my World of Warcraft Atlas series. My first ever video on this channel was my vanilla World of Warcraft Atlas, and I was so nervous creating that content. And it's been 3 years ago now since I started this channel, and I done the Atlas for the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and finally we have the Atlas for Cataclysm, which was the last Atlas ever made, which is a shame. I think Pandaria would have been a great Atlas as well. This is very thick. It's a large and thick book. Since they made the remake of the world in Cataclysm, I have a lot of nostalgia tied to this atlas, and I really hope you will enjoy this video with me. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. I had to put on a cardigan since it's so cold in here. I think my nails are turning a little bit blue from the cold. Once again, it is autumn, fall, going into the winter months. It is a little bit dark and you might see some shadows. You can see the center of the maelstrom in deep on the cover. I know this central hub from camping out Aeonax back in the day. I missed Aeonax twice and I got so upset that I never went back farming that amount. First is the pamphlet following Discover a World Transformed. The official Atlas of World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Exclusive town maps. Over 200 hand-drawn maps of towns and camps, identifying all NPCs. You can locate resources like herbalism and mining. Discover rare creatures. And navigate the world with exquisite region and city maps. So back in the day, this book was $29.99 American dollars. Inside has some beautiful artwork. It's not Ghibli Mechador. We have Mechador. Varian Bryn missed his character so much. That was the strong, manly man character we had. Atlas, and with a picture of Thorium, Deathwing. And the content, first of all, is how to use the Atlas, then the world map, and the region maps, abyssal depths, around the islands, Ashenvale, Ashara, Asherma style, Badlands, Blessed Lands, Blood Missile, Burning Steps, the Cape of Stranglethorn, Dark Shore, Tornasis, Deadwind Pass, Deepholm, the Celeston, Hodurator, Duskwood, Dustal March, Eastern Blacklands, Elwyn Forest, Eversong Woods, Exotar, Fellwood, Veranas, Coastlands, Kinea, City, Spreadfoot, Tinterlands, Iron Forge, Isle of Quel'Thanas, Keltar Forest, Kazal, The Lost Isles, Monglade, Mount High, Jalmar, Gore, Northern Barrens, Northern Starring, Thorn, Orgrimmar, City, Cleft of Shadows, Red Mountains, Ruins of Linnean, Searing Coach, Shimmering Expanse, Silithus, Selfmont City, Silpine Forest, Southern Barrens, Stone Mountains, Stormy City, Swamp of Sorrows, Tanaris, Stellarsail, Thousand Needles, Southern Bluff, Tearsfall Glades, Tulbarad, Peninsula, Twilight Islands, Autumn, Angora Crater, Undercity, Western Plains, Westfall, Wetlands, and Winter Spring. That was all of the updated zones of the World of Warcraft during Cataclysm. And then we have lists and lists and lists of towns and camp maps. How to use the Atlas. Azeroth World Map. The Cataclysm has brought great changes to Azeroth, though the cold reaches of Northrend have remained undisturbed. The two great continents, Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, have seen many changes. The discovery of the underwater lands of Vashir, as well as the lands contained in the Maelstrom, have provided intrepid adventurers with so much to explore. So Northrend was still the same, but Eastern Kingdoms and the Kalimdor and the Maelstrom got changes. And a disclaimer as well. I want to be able to read all of the camps and zones within the folding pages. I can see something here, but the letters are in between the pages, bounded in the book. And let's skip that for the sake of relaxation. First of all is abyssal depths within Vashir. We have the abyssal breach with the Maelstrom in the middle. And I think this zone was supposed to have a raid that never got implemented in the game. Promontory Point, Logorak, the Demigod, and a couple of caves. The abyssal depths was a rather empty zone within Vashir. I love personally Vashir. It is a zone that a lot of people either love or hate, but Vashir was very, very spooky. A little bit of horror within the World of Warcraft. Arathi Islands, which is now again updated in the game with the War Within, which I quit gaming. I think the lore is so bad it's not even funny. Kalen's Bar, Northfold Manor, Refugee Point, Daybury's Farmstead, Hammerfall, Goshek Farm, Witherbark Village, Stormguard Keep, Valdish Cove. Ashenvale, Black Orendil's Retreat, Maestra's Post, Ramgar Outpost, the Shrine of Esina, Hellscream's Watch, Rainwood Retreat, Silverwind Refuge, Splinter Tree Post, Forest Song, Warsong Lumber Ashara, one of the zones with a lot of new updates in Cataclysm. Tower of Eldara, Sable Ridge, Darnasian Base Camp, Ruins of Eldarath, Gallowix's Pleasure Palace, Mountain Foot Strip Mine, Talarendis Point, the Secret Lab, and the Ravencrest Monument. I think that says in the middle we have the Bleached Water Harbor. Ashermis Tile, one of the best, if not the best, starter zone in the World of Warcraft history. Nestelwood Hills, Ammonvale, Ashurwast, Odysseus Landing, Bristol Limb Village, Silvermist Isle, the Exodar, and Stillpine Hold. Then we have the Badlands, Dragon's Mouth, New Karkath, Angkor Fortress, Uldaman, Camp Koch, Dustwind Dig, Blood Watcher Point, Akmon's End, Fuse Light, Lethlor Ravine, Fuse Light by the Sea, and the Blasted Lands, the Dark Portal, Sunvale Excursion, Servage, the Red Reaches, Dreadball Post, Dreadball Hold, Netherguard Keep. I am currently back gaming on the classic anniversary servers, leveling up a Tauren warrior until the anniversary release of the Burning Crusade again. We have Blood Mist Isle with the castle crossing, Ratheskel Lair, Blood Curse Isle, Blood Watch, Ness Evian, Black Slit Shore, the Cairo Core, the Vector Coil, Emberweb Paws, Axarian, the Warp Piston, and Wormscar Island. Burning Steps, Slither Rock, Deadmon Rock, Morgan's Vigil, Ruins of Tharassian, Flame Crest, Chisel Grip, Black Tooth Owl, Black Rock Stronghold, the Whelping Downs, Flame Star Post, Altar of Storms, and the Black Rock Mountain. The Cape of Stranglethorn. I think it's now during Cataclysm they split Stranglethorn Vale into Northern Stranglethorn and the Cape of Stranglethorn, just like with the Northern and Southern Barrens. Crystal Vein Mine, Grubashi Arena, Explorer's Leak Dig Site, Mist Valley Alley, Booty Bay, Wild Shore, also a zone heavily destroyed by Deathwing and Alvarion. Shadowspear War Camp, Shadowspear Vale, Ruins of Mathistral, Lower Tunnel, The Eye of the Vortex, Grove of the Ancients. And also the Night Elves, capital of Darnassus. The Temple of the Moon, Trademan's Terrace, the Temple Gardens, Warrior's Terrace, Craftsman's Terrace, the Howling Oak, and the Cenarion Enclave. Deadwind Pass, and we only have a carousel in the middle of the Deadwind Pass. Deep Home. Here is the Temple of the Earth, which was on the cover of this atlas. And around this big circle, the very, very rare mob Aeonax would fly around. And you would camp by one of the broken pillars until your rare NPC add-on would go off. And you would have to race on your flying mount to mount Aeonax and take him down to get the Stone Drake mount. I missed him twice and I refused to go back again. I was so upset. The Quaking Fields, Master's Gate, Stoneheart, Needlerock Slag, Needlerock Castle, the Pale Post, Therasane's Throne, Warlock Stand, Crimson Exponent, Lodge, Storm, Fury's Wreckage, and Twilight Overlook. Desolate. And I think the change they made to Desolate. Remember, by this point I was only playing Alliance. Now, during the anniversary servers, I actually started leveling up my first Horde characters. But I think Desolate got a little bit more green during Cataclysm. Nigel's Point, Sargeron, Magram Territory, Thunderaxe Fortress, Furian's Post, Cenarion Wildlands, Marudon, Shadow Brave Village, Manor of Coven, Shoktokar. And Tanamoro. We have Nomragan and the dwarven capital of Ironforge, Karanos, Embersteel Ranch, Kolpolar Quarry, Thelmarite, and the rest of the places are in the middle of the book. Durotar, Ogrimmar, Drygulch Ravine, Thunder Ridge, South Fury Watershed, Razor Hill, Valley of Trails, Diragar Keep, Sanjin Village, and Echo Isles. Duskwood, Raven Hill with the big large cemetery, spooky. Edelstead, Vulgor, Ogremound, the Twilight Grove, the Jorgen Farmstead, Deadwood Grove, Darkshire, Tranquil Garden Cemetery. And that's Wall of March, the last expansion where we had Theramore Isle intact. Dire Horn Post, Black Village, Algas Island, Stonewall Ruins, Mud Sprocket, Wormbook, and then we have annexes there. And the Eastern Plaguelands with Stratholm, Plaguewood Tower, the Morristead, Corin's Crossing, Lights Shields Tower, East Wallgate, Quel'Than's Lodge, North Pass Tower, Thulmashar, East Wall Tower, Lights Hope Chapel, Archerus Evernold. Here is where the Death Knight start, right? And the ruins of the Scarlet Enclave. Elwyn Forest, Stormwind City, main capital of the humans. Here you enter the city. We have the Westbrook Garrison, Stonefield Farm, Goldshire, Northshire, McClure Vineyards, Stone, Carrion Lake, Eastway Logging Camp, Brackwell Pumpkin Patch, Embersong Woods with Silvermoon City of the Blood Elves, Ruins of Silvermoon, Thorthian Academy, the Dead Scar, which will be revamped in Midnight, which is not lore accurate, Sunsail Anchorage, Fairbreeze Village, East Sanctum, Torvatha, Forest Rider Retreat, Dusk Wither Spire. The Exodar, Seat of the Naru, the Halls of Light, Trader's There, and the Crystal Hall. I always forget the purple one. Fellwood, Timbermaw Hold, Whisperwind Grove, Blood Venom Post, Jadenar, Ruins of Constellas, and Jade Fire Clan, and the Emerald Sanctuary. Feralas, Ruins of Feathermoon, Feathermoon Stronghold, Camp Ataya, Ruins of Ravenwind, Dreamer's Rest, Dire Maw, Gortuni Outpost, Camp Moyash, New Felanar, Everything Deep, the Ruins of Iseult, Ghostlands, Sulaman, Sanctum of the Sun, Forest Rider Enclave, Dawnstar Spire, Suncrown Village, Tranquillan, Windrunner Spire, Windrunner Village, Golden Mist Village. Gilneas, Cathedral Quarter, Lightstone Cathedral, Merchant Square, Military District, and Greyman Court. I really do hope they will update Gilneas as well soon, and not only just be a dead starting zone for the Worgans. Hillsbrad Foothills, Turnhold Keep, Ruins of South Shore, Azurlord Mine, South Point Gate, the Sludge Fields, Sludge Guard Tower, Dalaran Crater, the original placing of the city of Dalaran, Ruins of Alterac, Strambrad, Terra Mill, and the Uplands. And the Hinterlands, Erebee, research station, Chatralor, Queldanil Lodge, the altar of the soul. Stormfeather Outpost, Skulk, Rock, Sholwatha, Irinthor, Reventusk Village. Iron Forge. We have the military ward. Here is the gates of Iron Forge. The commons, the mystic ward, the forlorn cavern, where you can farm for the rare fish. The Great Forge, Hall of Explorers, Tinker Town, and the Deep Run Trap. Isle of Quel'Danas, a great place to farm reputation during the Burning Crusade. The Dead Scar, Green Gill Coast, Sunwell Plateau, Dawnstar Village, Sun's Reach, Magister's Terrace. Kelptar Forest, one of the two lasting places of Bashir. Legion's Fate, Sea Feather's Tomb, Smuggler's Scar, Carbuncle's Ledge, Gnaw's Boneyard, and the Clutch. Unkesan, Kajaro Field, Bleachwater Board, Atlas Street, First Bank of Kesan, Gallowix Villa, KTC Headquarters, and Gojamine. Loch Modan, Valley of Kings, Southgate Post, Felsamar, Silver Stream Mine, Alcaz Station. Here is the lock, but you can see the lock has dried up during Cataclysm since the dam broke. So all of the water has run dry. Mogrosh Stronghold, Iron Bands Excavation Site, and the Forest Rider Lodge. And the Lost Isles, where the goblins has to flee. Gallowix Docks, KTC Oil Platform, Bleachwater Lumberyard, and the Slave Pits. Warships Lookout, Wild Overlook, Alliance Beachhead, Shipwreck Shore, Ward Base Camp, and the ruins of Vash Elan. Moonglade, as tranquil as ever. Night Heaven, Lake Lunara, Stormridge, Barrow Dance. Mount Hyjal, one of my favorite zones ever in game as well. North Drasil, Shrine of Aldrin, Grove of Asina, and Shrine of Aviana. The Flame, Sanctuary of Malorn, Seat of the Chosen, Doom's Vigil, the Forge of Supplication, Gates of Solthan, Sentence Rise, and Sulfan's Body. I love the daily quest that you could do here in Mount Hyjal until you could raid in Firelands. That was a really great experience in my World of Warcraft journey. Mulgore, Thunderbluff, Stone Talon Pass, Wild Man's Waterwell, Camp Sungrace, Thunderhorn Waterwell, Beldun Stick Site, Blood of village, Winter Waterwell, Camp Narashe, the Great Gate, the Venture Company, Red Rock. I should remember this since I just leveled up a door. Northern Barrens, the Morsha Rampart, Sludge Fen, the Dry Hills, the Forgotten Pools, the Wailing Cavern, the Crossroads, Farwatch Post, Ratchet, the Stagnant Oasis of Rye Island. Now I'm playing Classic. I really wish they wouldn't have split up with the crack with the lava, the Barrens. I love how big it is. Northern Stranglethorn, Ruins of Sulkunda, Nessingwary Expedition, Rebel Camp, Gerson's Compound, Venture Company Base Camp, Pampala, Moshog Ogre Ground, Fort Livingstone, and Sulukurup. Ogrimmar, the Valley of Strength, the Valley of Spirits, the Valley of Wisdom, the Drag, and the Valley of Honor. And also Ogrimmar Cleft of Shadow got updated with this map. So here's the Cleft of Shadows with Ragefire Chasm. Red Ridge Mountains, Shalewind Canyon, Tower of Ikalar, Kesha's Outpost, Stone Lake Ridge Highway, Lake Everstill, Arthur's Mill, Lakeshire, Three Corners, Lake Everstill, Runner's Camp, Rathbunch Caverns. And the ruins of Gilneas, Northern Headlands, Northgate Woods, Emberstone Mine, Gilneas City, Tempest Reach, the Blackwald, Stormclan Village, Adrix Repose, Keel Harbor, the Atlas, Greymane Manor, Duskland. The Searing Gorge with Blackrock Mountain, the Sea of Cinders, Grimeslit Digsite, Thorium Advance, the Colored Road, Dustvine Valley, Stonewood Pools, Thorium Point, Thorium Brotherhood Drive, it was over there, Firewatch Ridge, and Blackshore Cave. And the Shimmering Expanse, Shimmering Grotto, Silver Tide Hollow, ruins of Kalserai Temple, Nespira, another of the demigods, Tranquil Wash, Legion's Rest, Bill, Aran Ridge, and ruins of Ashir. This was very large. These ruins of Ashir, it was great. Silithus with the Temple of Ankiraj, ruins of Ankiraj, Twilight Outpost, Hive Sora, Twilight Post, the Crystal Vale, Twilight Base Camp, Bone of Kakarand, Hive Ashi, Cenarion Hall, Ruthwind Village, Stacking Point, and Valorous. And the Silver Moon City, capital of the Bloodhounds. Walk of Elders, the Royal Exchange, Murder Row, Forest Rider Square, Court of the Sun, Sunfairy Spire, the Bazaar, and the Dead Scar. silver pine forest. The grey main wall going through Gilnea's forsaken front. Shadowfang Keep, Hambermill, Deep Ellen Mine, the Sepulchre, forsaken rearguard, forsaken high command, and Fenris Isle. And the Southern Barrens. Honor Stand, Hunter's Hill, the Overgrowth, Vendetta Point, Ruins of Tarajo, Fort Triumph, Desolate Old, Razorfang Crawl, Pale Modan, Forward Command, Northward Hold. We have the Stone Tallow Mountains, Balakajin, Cromgar Fortress, The Fold, Sunrock Retreat, Farwatchers Glen, Taldara Grove, Taldara Malak, Stone Talon Peak, Cliffwalker Post, Sludge Works, and the Windsor Road. Stormwind City, the Valley of Heroes, the Strait District, and Mage Quarter. Here the park got destroyed by Deathwing, as well as we got the Stormwind Armor. Cathedral Square, the Dwarven District, Stormwind Keep, and Oldtown. Swamps of Sorrows, Temple of Atalakar, Sorrowmurk, March Tide Watch, Book Battle, Stoneheart, Thorpe Ridge, Splitter Spear Junction. Tanaris, with the Caverns of Time, the Gaping Chasm, Land's End Beach, Valley of the Watchers, Dune Mall Compound, the Noxious Lair, Sandsor Watch, Zulfarak, and Kyrgyzstan. Teldrassil, Darnassus, Gnarled Pinehold, Rutheran Village, Tolanar, Starbreeze Village, Shadow Glen, and the Oracle Glade. Thousand Needles might be the zone with the biggest ever change. This used to be not filled with water, no water at all. And I think a lot of people do not enjoy the new Thousand Needles. Red, West Ridge Summit, High Perch, Free Wind Post, Twilight Boulevard, Razor Fen Downs, Fizzle and Box, Speedboat, South Sea Holdfast, Split of Weights. Thunder Bluff. We have the Hunter's Rise, Elder Rise, and the Spirit Rise. There is Glades with the Scarlet Monastery, Venom Vale, Undercity, the Bulwark, Balnear's Farmstead, Brightwater Lake, Cold Earth Manor, Deadnell, Solidon Farmstead, Wagamon Mill, Gardsond, Galston Estate. Tulbarad is one of the PvP zones I love so much. Ironclad Garrison, Paradise Hold, Slagworks. And here we have Tulbarad Peninsula, where you could also do the dailies. Cape of Lost Hope, Rustburg Village, Largo's Overlook, the Restless Front, Forgotten Hill, the Darkwood, and Wilson Shipyard. Twilight Island with High Bank and Dragon Mob, Fulldom, which is heavenly, inspired by Egypt, Great Zone, the Vortex Pinnacle, City of Tolvere, Neferset, Cradle of the Ancient, Throne of the Four Winds, Ruins of Ammon, Schnott's Landing, Obelisk of the Sun, Akenet Fields, Halls of Origination, the Cursed Landing, Mramkaen, Obelisk of the Moon, Temple of Oldham, and Oasis. Angoro Crater, the Slithering Scar, Marshall Stand, Firebloom Ridge, the Sharper, the Shaper's Terrace, the Rolling Gardens, Lagarit Arbits, Fungal Rock, Mossy Pile, the Screaming Reaches, Kolaka Hot Springs. And the Undercity with the sewers, the War Quarter, the ruins of Lordaeron, the Magic Quarter, the Apothecarium, the Rogues Quarter. Western Plaguelands with Skullmounds, Uther's Tomb, Chilwyn Camp, Anderhall, the Withing Hunt, the Bulwark, Fellstone Free, Tolson's Farm, the Menderstead, Hearthglen. Westfall, that also got a lot of changes. The Dagger Hills, the Dead Mines, Moonbrook, Quarrel, the Raging Chasms, the Molson Farm, Saldian's Farm, Fernborn's Broken Farm, Jensen State, Sentinel Hill, the Dead Acre, Morthwake's Tower. Wetlands, Dun Algas, Slabchisel Surrey, Angerfang, Encampment, Green Warden's Grove, Dunmotor, Swiftgear Station, Menethil Harbour. And then we finally, the last should be Winter Spring, alphabetically. Frostwind Gorge, Massathoril, Lake Elthoril, Starfall Village, Timbermal Hold, Frostsaber. And then we're on to use some of different towns and camps. All of these are drawn for this Atlas book, but the maps with the zones are from in-game. I think this is by far the largest atlas ever made. The thickest book. The thickest and largest book. And it was the last one they ever released, which is a shame but understandable. This is truly the age where physical content and copies started to die out and started overgo to online purchases and information online. I think during Cataclysm we had WoW and Wrath that is still useful to this day. Good thing I put on a cardigan. It is so cold in here. I hope you enjoy some page flipping and imagine this thick book only went through the mainlands of Azeroth, the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. Here we have the main index with all the names. Some of the resources that you could find, the rare mobs and mining and herbalism, what herbs and what rocks in each zone. Then there's a copyrighted by 2011 sign. Some of the Twilight Islands, and the last pages has the artworks of the Horde faction with Thrall, Fulgin, Sylvanas. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to finish off this series going through all of the old World of Warcraft Atlases. I've covered them all on my channel now, and this was my first ever made video back in the day on my channel. What a long way we have come. I hope the lightning won't be too bad or yellowy in this video since there's no natural daylight there anymore. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested